guys, Kiki here, and we cannot forget about the icon himself, Lou Gramm. He is feeling so much better, so you know what? Today is all about Lou Gramm. Let's go. Hey guys, Kiki here, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. What I like to do is talk about anything and everything classic rock. So you know what, today is gonna be just like last week, a little bit different. It was all about Steve Perry's coming to Rhode Island. Well, who was overshadowed just a little bit? It was Lou Gramm. Now we all know that Lou had to take himself off of the road because he wasn't feeling well at all. His doctor said, dude, you gotta rest. The fact that Steve Perry came to Rhode Island last week, I did a whole two-part series on that entire event, and I never got a chance to say, you know what, Lou is actually feeling better. His camp has said a few little things letting us know Lou is A-okay. So today I just want to say, you know what, I am grateful that Lou is feeling a ton better. So what is a great way to celebrate the fact that someone is well? Food, because we all know that I like food, right? Now someone actually reached out to me and said, Kiki, do you only eat pastry? No, I do not only eat pastry. I like pastry, but I do eat other things besides pastry, and I actually do. I cook too. I know, it's kind of weird to even think of that, but I do. So today I figured, you know what? Lou is Italian. I'm just thinking that Lou probably likes meatballs. Now, meatballs are my favorite thing to make. They do take a lot of work, but I figured, you know what? Let's make some meatballs for Lou. Let me show you how I make my balls. Now, my hair is up. Normally, my hair is down, either straight or curly or whatever I decide to do. Today, it's in a messy, lopsided bun because you know what? Why is my hair up? Because no one likes hairy balls. Hairy balls are just not tasty, not good, because we all know that when we go to a restaurant, if we get a piece of hair in anything that we eat, it's disgusting. So I had to put this monstrosity all on the top of my head, not in a very neat fashion, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and let's make some meatballs for Lou Gramm. Lou Gramm. Love Lou Gramm. So I did prep everything beforehand. So first, what I will do is I will take my big humongous chunk of ground beef, and if you do not like meat, do not watch this video because meatballs are made of meat. I do not make tofu meatballs, I make meatballs. So I've got my big hunk of ground beef. I got, how many pounds? I got 3.5 pounds of ground beef. Oh, you know what, the first thing, now I use paper towel, not very green in the kitchen because I am continuously cooking and cleaning my hands, so I have to take off my wedding rings, and good thing I got them off because they're on there a long time. As a matter of fact, this year, my crazy husband and myself will be celebrating 29 years of marriage, so look at the dent in that thing. It's kind of crazy. So let me move these. I will take my bowl. This is it says insalata on that. And for any of you Italians out there, insalata means salad. Why am I using a salad bowl to make meatballs in? Because it's a great depth. And I got this for $1 at a yard sale. And it's actually McCoy. It's McCoy cookware. So how can you go wrong not buying a $1 McCoy bowl that has an Italian word on the side? You gotta get it. So let me just go ahead, I will dump my meat into the bowl, throw my thing away. Now I have my trash right next to me, which is great because I just chuck everything in there. I did already wash my hands. So what I will do next is I have a couple of eggs here, and I will crack the eggs, pop them into the bowl, like that, egg. This is actually this is not a store-bought egg. A friend of ours always drops off fresh eggs, and I gotta tell you, thank you. I love them so much. Not sure if she wants me to say her name, but I won't. So I mix them up while they're in the bowl. You know, I'm not even mixing the eggs up prior. I am so not a calculated cook. I just kind of do what I feel. I'm gonna put my paper towel down with my eggy fork because we know, like raw egg is just not amazing. Now, the next thing I do is I actually buy some ground pork, and I like to add that to the ground beef. I just think it gives it a really nice flavor. So this I'm gonna use my hands. I'm just gonna stick that in there. And now, I know it's kind of weird, like I'm washing my hands because I'm gonna have to wash them 1,000 times, but that's just what I do. And I do use soap, so I will do that. And I will probably polish off that roll of paper towel because it's just what I do, man. And I forgot, hold on. Okay, so what I like to use also is an additive to the meatball mix, parsley flakes, and I'm almost out. I need to get more parsley flakes. I do use pink sea salt. Now, I don't use a lot of salt. I rarely ever even add salt to any of the food I make, but meatballs, you kind of need some salt. And whole black peppercorns. I just like ground black pepper because it has a spicier flavor to it. So I will be using that. Another thing I definitely always add to my meatball mix. All right, so let's just talk about the cheese, right? Now this says Kraft Parmesan cheese, but it really is. Well, it kind of is. No, it is. It is, right? For some of the cheese. But what I like to do is sometimes I buy the freshly grated cheese from our local supermarket and I'll just dump it in here. So this is like a mixture of all different kinds of cheeses. So I do put that in here as well. What I also like to do, and I'm gonna take care of this right now, I take sweet Italian sausage and I'm going to open that up. Now what I do is I always, again, if you guys are cooks, I'm really sorry, but this is what I do. I poke holes on each side of the sausage because, like, you know when you don't? I've done it too just to see what happens to the sausage because I'm curious. If you don't poke holes in the sausage, like it blows up. Have you ever had a sausage blow up at you? Not pretty. So again, I poke 3 holes on each side of the sausage so it can breathe. Breathing sausage. Sounds weird, but it works. And I do have a big, ginormous pan for my sausage. I just put them on here and I'm gonna stick them in the oven, 350. Now I'm putting those on the top rack because I will be baking my balls before I pop them in the sauce. So let's go ahead. Oh, let me wash my hand again. I'm gonna wash my hands because I'm touching other things. I didn't use soap that time, I'm not lying. I throw that away. So what I'm gonna do again is pop some of this. Do you believe what I just did? That is ridiculous. So I gotta wash that now. So I'm just gonna do some ground peppercorn. Not a lot because this stuff is wicked spicy. And I have to say, now I got this from TJ Maxx. I know, right? We think of TJ Maxx, handbags, socks, shoes, pants. No, they also have like the best food items. This was $6.99, but it's a pretty good size jar of peppercorn. And I also got this, which I'll be using in a little bit. I got this the other day, Napa Valley Kettle Roasted Garlic Olive Oil. Now I used this last night. This is from TJ Maxx as well. This was $4.99, really, really good. And if you ever buy specialty oils in the supermarket, they are probably double the price of this. So this was a good deal. And I do like to use all of that stuff. And again, just a little bit of ground pink sea salt, just a little bit. Okay, that's not a lot. My mother literally, now my mother, God rest her soul, she was Italian and she put salt in everything. Even things that already had 1,000 milligrams of sodium already into whatever she was serving us, she added salt to it. She loved salt, she just loved it. She really didn't have high blood pressure either, so go figure. And then I will put a bunch of this mishmash Parmesan cheese. Oh yeah, just go. You just go, you just put it in, like a lot. I'm putting a lot in here because I love cheese. And look, oh, look at all of that cheese in this meatball bowl. And I really hope, Lou isn't here to eat the meatballs, but Lou, these balls are for you. And if you ever, you and Robin want to come here, I will make you your own balls. I will do that. I will be more than happy to do that. I don't know for sure, but I think he likes meatballs. I just kind of have a feeling. And of course, the next thing you have to add to your meatball mix are breadcrumbs. Now, right, why does she have panko seasoned crumbs? They're not just regular breadcrumbs. For me, I've been using these for several years to make my meatballs, and I think they give them a moister flavor. They just taste meatier, I guess. If that makes it doesn't make any sense at all to me, but maybe to you it does. I get it, so I just dump. I have no idea. Nope, there's no measuring cup there. I just put them in. So look at that. Yeah, there's a lot. A lot of breadcrumbs there. So now, a little bit of parsley, teeny, not a lot. Oh, there you go. Just a little bit of parsley there. And it's time to make the meatballs. So you get in. It's gonna be messy. It's messy. Oh yeah, it is totally messy. Do I really like the feeling of making meatballs? It's kind of gross, but they come out so good. And you just have to make sure that everything is really mixed together. So this is gonna take a few minutes. So while I am mixing my meatballs, you know what, we might as well just throw some classic rock news right into it, because we really should. I haven't talked about any classic rock news in a while because I've been a little busy. Just been a little busy. I actually had an interview with Steve Lynch from the group Autograph last night. He was the lead guitarist, co-founder of that group. That interview, I think we'll be releasing it on Thursday. Great guy, and he's got a new project coming out, 222. So that was a totally fun interview. I have another interview tomorrow. I am so excited. I cannot tell you who it is yet because I don't like saying who I'm interviewing before I interview, because you never know if it doesn't happen or not. You don't want to jinx it. I don't jinx it. So I'm really excited to talk to her. She's actually coming to town this coming weekend, so I'm pretty stoked, and I gotta get ready for that today. So I'm still mixing my balls here. Now, how do you know if you have enough stuff in your balls? Well, it's just kind of how it feels. How do your balls feel? Do your balls feel good? Do they not feel good? Do they feel gooey? Do they not feel gooey? It's really a personal preference. Now, some people like hairy balls. I really don't. That's why I put my hair up. Now, these are feeling good. They feel pretty good to me. But I will say, I think I need some more breadcrumbs. Now, my hands are a disaster right now, so I'm going to wash. Now, if you're saying to yourself, why are you washing? Because you're gonna be sticking your hands right back into that meatball mix. Well, because I have to touch my breadcrumbs again, because I think I'm not feeling that it has enough breadcrumbs, so I gotta put more breadcrumbs into this mixture. And then we'll start mixing again with our hands. So your hands have to be, they have to be clean. That's nasty. So let's just talk about some classic rock news. Doc McGee, he is actually the manager of Kiss, and he recently said that, the guys are working on a movie. He didn't want to call it a biopic, but he said that they are working on something about their career. It's a biopic. Now, Doc McGee also managed Motley Crue back in their heyday in the 80s, and when he was asked about what he thought about their biopic, The Dirt, he said he wasn't too impressed, and he did give them a nice compliment. He said that they were just way too important in the 80s to have a movie done like that about them. I have to agree. The Dirt was just, it was all about chicks, drugs, and sex, right? And that is what Motley Crue was all about. But they were about more than that. They probably just don't remember. So Kiss's story should be quite interesting to see at this stage of their career, their end of the road. That tour is still going on, should be going on, I believe, until sometime next year. So to release a biopic, I'm guessing, there is no release date, but probably around the time that their end of the road tour ends, that's when the biopic will begin. Now, the Bee Gees, whether you loved rock and roll, pop, whatever, everybody loved the Bee Gees. And I remember when the movie Saturday Night Fever came out with John Travolta, oh my. Now, he totally didn't have meatball mix on his hands when he did that pose. I absolutely, oh my God, I was so insanely in need of the album, and I would cut my parents' lawn to make extra money, and I cut their lawn, I think, 25 times the week that the album came out so I could get the $8 to go and buy the double album. And the Bee Gees were on, what, half of the soundtrack? It was so, so good. It still is good. I love listening to it. So the Bee Gees are going to get their own biopic as they should, as they definitely should. Now, producer Graham King, he actually produced Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, so he's doing the Bee Gees biopic. You know it's gonna be good, girl. Now, after I saw Bohemian Rhapsody, I knew there was not going to be another movie like that. Rocket Man, it didn't do it for me. It just didn't. As much as I love Elton John, I just think it could have been done differently. That's all. I know a lot of people liked it. It's doing very well at the box office, so is what it is. That's my own opinion. So the Bee Gees getting their own biopic, I'll be definitely interested and watching their story because they were the bomb, Bee Gees. So now what I'm gonna do is still look disgusting, and I'm going to pick up my pan. I can't. So I gotta move all this stuff over, right? Okay, I'm doing that. I'm gonna put this. I have another cookie sheet. Oh God, I have another cookie sheet here. So I'm gonna make a bunch of meatballs. I like my balls medium-sized. I don't know about you, but I just like them about that big. And then I just pop them on the baking sheet. And this takes a little while to, you know, this yields a lot of balls. You gotta have a lot of balls to have a good Sunday dinner. Now today is Sunday. This video will come out on Tuesday and it's really early. Now we had the time change last night. What time? I can't tell you what time it is. I think it's about 11:15 in the morning. So I will admit that when I do cook, I do like to have a glass of Prosecco, especially when I'm making Italian food. It's just something about drinking and making this amazing food. It goes really well together, don't you think? It just does, but right now I have water because it's early. It's really early. Can't be drinking right now. That's just a problem. All right, listen, if you're on vacation, just say like you're in the Bahamas or you're in Punta Cana. Like I know that Ario Speedwagon and John Payne of Asia, they performed together last night, Saturday night, in Punta Cana. How lucky are they? That must have been an amazing show. I mean, were they drinking at 9 o'clock in the morning? I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm here. I had to go buy meatball stuff, so I don't know. But maybe you're in Punta Cana. You're playing alongside Ario Speedwagon. Maybe you have a drink or two. Who knows? And something else that was released this week, who is excited about Journey touring with the Pretenders? I'm excited. I'm raising my meatball hand. I am so excited. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. Again, this video will be released after tickets have already been put on sale. Now that was a good move, whoever thought of the Pretenders and Journey. I like that combo, I really do. Now, a couple of weeks ago, actually it was longer than that, it was maybe about a month ago or so, I talked about what I thought the guys from Journey wear as pajamas. I even brought in Steve Augeri, okay, on what I think he wears for pajamas. But you know what? Sadly, I forgot to mention Arnell. What do I think he wears as pajamas? Now, he's a quick guy. He's fast. He just moves across that. He doesn't stop. This is Arnell. Woo, he's all over the place, that guy. He's so good. So I think he wears track pants to bed. I do. Track pants, no shirt, no socks. I don't think he wears socks at all to bed. I just have a funny feeling, and I feel like he might wear an eye mask, maybe. I don't know, but that's my thought. So Arnell Pineda, his pajama wear to bed, track pants, because he's probably always thinking about moving around. No shirt, because he doesn't have to, because he's fit. No socks, and an eye mask. That's what I think. Do you think that's a good visual for Arnell at nighttime? I do. That's what I feel. That's what goes through my mind, kids. I have a lot of weird thoughts, and that is one of them. What the members of Journey wear to bed. Yeah. So if you hear my doggy in the background, he's a 4-pound Yorkie that I rescued. Obviously, I've talked about going to yard sales a bunch of times. I like going to yard sales. Well, I actually got Lou, hence Lou Gramm, but he's not Lou Gramm, he's Louie, the 4-pound Yorkie. I got him at a yard sale. But you know what, let's talk about my balls for a second. The balls, I've got one pan full, and I need to get another pan for the other set of balls. So hold on, please. I have to wash to get my other pan because I was so not prepared to have another pan. Hold, please. So I got my other pan. Look at this pan of balls. This is perfection right here. Oh, I got a ball on the run. Loose ball. Look at that. He must be a rebel ball. That's what he is. So there's one pan. So now I gotta do another. I told you I'm gonna go through a ton of paper towels. So talk about my little dog Louie. I turned to the woman and I said, so is your doggy for sale? Just kidding. I was joking. I literally did not mean it. It was a joke. And she turned to me and said, maybe. Oh my God. If anyone is saying maybe their dog is for sale, that doggy is mine. I would have a house full of animals if I could. Just my husband won't allow it.
The next animal we get is a goat.
the next day, because I couldn't stop thinking about him all night long, she had let us know that she was moving down south and she really couldn't take him with her. So the next day, I gave her $100 and Louis is now with us. It's been about 6 years and he is my joyful little Yorkie who protects me and me only. And he will not allow anyone to get near me. Yeah, it's great for the other people in this home, but he's my baby and I love my Louis. So back to Journey. The tickets are going on sale tomorrow. Again, this video will already have been released after tickets have gone on sale. And I gotta say, the Journey junkies, man, on top of it. They are on top of it. I think it was a second after I had realized the tickets were going on sale. They had it right up there. Go ahead and follow their page. I will post that link in the description box. The Journey junkies, really great group of people. Many videos prior have been about Steve Perry. Did an interview with Lou in May in Vegas. That was so awesome. And he's so kind and so genuine. You gotta love Lou Gramm. And during the interview, yeah, we talked about Steve Perry. This is my last ball and it's a big one. This is a big ball. See, I told you he would be barking. I did tell you that. I warned you. This is my last ball. Louis is very excited about the balls. He doesn't get any. So I have to arrange these so they look nice. Louis, stop it. All right, so I'm gonna put this bowl in the sink, wash my hands yet again. So I finished my last ball and this is what the other pan of balls looks like. Meatballs for Lou. And speaking of Lou, my favorite song from him and Foreigner of all time is Soul Doctor. I just love that song. I literally have to listen to it every single morning. It jazzes me up, it gets my day going. And I will, of course, link the official Foreigner video to Soul Doctor. I'll put that in the description box. If you haven't heard it for a while, take a listen to it. Just a great, great song. Now, I'm going to take the sausage out of the oven because that's gonna be mixed in the sauce. Super yum. So you hear them sizzling? Oh yeah, those puppies are sizzling. But see now, if I didn't put the holes, they expand, these guys expand, right? And if I didn't poke the holes, they would have blown up. We would have had blown up sausages. So I'm gonna stick those in the pan. Let me grab the pan. Now this pan, I got this at a yard sale too. How cool is this? This is an emerald pan, really nice. So let me grab no, you know what I'm gonna do first? This is what I'm gonna do first. So I'm gonna take some fresh garlic. You gotta have fresh garlic. Now I ripped apart three good size cloves. Louis is mad because I'm not paying attention to him. So 3 good sized cloves of garlic. And I literally cut the heads off. So I've got the garlic, I cut the tops and the bottoms off. Really? My floor is wicked clean because I just had my hardwoods done, so that's fine. 3-second rule, kids. And I just peel them. Sometimes you gotta, like, this is so weird doing this for the camera, because I just do stuff. I don't do it. I just figured this would be interesting. Maybe it's not, and that's fine. I think it's interesting. Where'd I get the sauce recipe from? The sauce recipe came from my mother, but I enhanced it over the years as I cooked more and more and more. If any of you had Italian mothers or grandmothers, again, no one measured any. There was none of that nonsense going on. No measuring at all. And you can use the chopped garlic out of the jar, and I have to say I do use that for some things, just not sauce. I like to use fresh garlic. It just tastes better. And now I just take my garlic and with my hand, I mash it. I can't, I gotta put it down. So I'm gonna put it down. All right, so I do that. Oh yeah, look at that. So you mash it, right? And it just releases everything. Then you just throw it in your pot. So if Lou were to make meatballs, I wonder if this is how he would do it. I don't know. I don't know if this is how he would make his ball. He might have a special way of making balls, or maybe Robin has a special way. I don't know, but this is how I make my balls. I also, this was a whole stick of pepperoni. This was a whole stick of pepperoni, and I got the boar's head kind because that's all I saw. And I totally didn't feel like standing in the deli line yesterday. There were so many people. Saturdays, it's not a good day to go to the supermarket. So I just cut it in half and I peeled the skin off the pepperoni, and I have to tell you, that is the worst part of this whole thing, is peeling the skin off of a fresh stick of pepperoni. I just drop it in the pot. I dropped it in the pot. Drop it like it's hot, drop it in the pot. That's what I did. Now I'm gonna get my sausage. I'm gonna attempt to get my sausage. I got like a newfangled thing yesterday. This is like new. It's like, oh, look how the sausage got all wrinkly. Can you see that? It's wrinkled. It's like wrinkled. See, it gets just like when we gain and lose weight, ladies. You know what I mean? And then you go down and it gets everything gets wrinkled. Sucks. So I'm just gonna stick that in the pot, but it's kind of sticky. Yeah, so I just put these guys in there. There's a lot of flavor happening in this pot, but it's all for Lou Gramm. Let me stick my meatballs in the oven. Guys, I got 2 racks of balls going. There's what that looks like. Now, I'm going to put this on the stove top for just a few minutes, and I put it on 3. I'm gonna take this roasted garlic oil. Oh yeah, we smell really good around here. We really do. And I'm just gonna put a little, just like a tad, just a tad in there, a little bit. That was actually a little more than a little bit, but I did it. And I'm just gonna let that cook up for a minute. And while I'm doing that, oh God, I hate having a mess. I really do. So I'm just gonna clean this stuff up. I've got my garbage right here, which is awesome. So yeah, this is, this video is all about Lou, with throwing some classic rock news in there, of course. And we all know that Steve Perry just released on Friday his version of Silver Bells. Everybody is absolutely loving it. I got the chance to hear it last Sunday at the event I went to with him. I didn't go with him. Oh, wait a minute, excuse me. I just got a text. Steve Perry, it's from Steve Perry, and he said, yes, Kiki, I want to sit on the stool and talk to you. Totally a lie. I just lied to you. I didn't mean to. It's just, like you see these videos about visualization. I visualize that I'm a multi-millionaires. I visualize that Steve Perry's going to sit on my stool in my studio and talk to me. So if you don't visualize, it's not gonna happen. So I visualize a lot of things, and I also visualize that Lou and Robin are gonna come here. I'm gonna make balls for them. That's what I am, in celebration of Lou feeling better. Or I can go to them too. I can bring balls to their house. I could totally do that. And I think they would like it. I do. What do you think? I don't know. Oh, Steve Perry, he got his holiday music release. What about Lou? I think Lou should do a holiday song. Now, he did that song with Alan Parsons sometimes, and that was on Alan Parsons' recent album, The Secret. And I gotta tell you, that song that Lou did is amazing. We played it on our station every single day. I fell in love with the song. I still love the song. Not sure why it didn't get a ton of airplay. It really should. It's really good. That rhymed. Oh my gosh. So Lou doing a holiday song, why not? I mean, he's home recuperating. Give some holiday music, Lou. I think everybody would love it. Do you guys think Lou should do a holiday song? The balls are done, and I'm going to put my wedding ring back on. God forbid I lost that, right? I just sauteed everything just a little bit, as you can see, just a tiny bit, didn't go crazy. And for today's sauce, I'm using Tudoroso San Marzano style chopped tomatoes in puree. I always like to use puree because when you have that sauce cooking on the oven for a long time, it's just a good idea to use puree. Why? I don't know. My mom told me. So I'm going to dump this in the pot so I can make a nice amount of food. Throw this in the recycling bin. Put this in the sink. That over there. So I've got that there. Also, what is super important, now when I started making sauce when I first got married, like this just doesn't taste like my mother's. And it's hard to really replicate, I think, sometimes how your mother cooked food for you. Well, I figured out that I wasn't using tomato paste, and she turned me on to this one day as she saw me making my own sauce for my own family. So why aren't you using tomato paste? Guess what? This makes the world of difference in any sauce that you make. I always use this. Guys, this is not a sponsored video. Nothing is sponsored. I pay for everything myself. I go and get everything myself. These are just the things that I like to use. This is contadina paste with Italian herbs. I just think it is super important to get the one with herbs already in it. So I will go ahead, put this in my sauce. I use the whole can and I kind of put it in all around, and it's nice and thick. So throw that in there. I will put this in the recycling bin, and the next thing, totally important, fresh basil. So I went to a local market near me. They sell a lot of specialty things, and I got this fresh basil from there. I already washed it. What I do like to do is I take the stem off, so I don't leave that part on. And with this one, I'm gonna leave it whole, and I will just take that part off. So it looks like that, and then I just dump it in. I will stir it up, just kind of to get that paste in there. You have to get the paste all mixed in. That is super important. So I'll show show you what it looks like when it's all mixed together. There's no lumps, if you can even see that. There's no lumps of paste.
Lumps of paste? That would be a waste.
And it's always a good idea to wear black when you're making sauce, so if you get dirty, no one's gonna see it. Now the next thing I like to do, and again, this is definitely a trick from my mom, I use sugar in my sauce. I know, salt and sugar, nothing better, and butter, but you don't wanna put butter in the sauce. So I just take a little bit of sugar. I don't know how much this is. This is maybe, I'm gonna say a 25th of a cup. There is not a lot of sugar in here, but I will take that and just kind of go around, throw that in the sink, and then I mix it again. I wanna make sure it's all mixed in. That is all mixed in, that will dissolve. It just gives the sauce a really nice sweet flavor. Does Lou Gramm use sugar in his sauce? I don't know, but it would be good to find out, wouldn't it? So we will check on our balls. Our balls are nowhere near done. So we have to wait for the balls to cook. As soon as the balls cook, we'll throw some in the sauce. I'm gonna have way too many to put inside that particular pan. And then once everything is ready and sauteed after a couple of hours and really cook through, we'll go ahead and have some dinner. The balls are ready. It's so exciting. And my husband was driving around and he actually heard a replay of Casey Kasem's American Top 40. Yeah. How cool was it on every single Sunday to listen to Casey Kasem? My mother would make a Sunday dinner, of course, like most of our moms did. And she had to wait for Casey to say who was #1 that week for me to go to the dinner table. That's just the way it was. And sometimes he would be late. Sometimes it wouldn't happen at 1 o'clock. It would happen at like 1:05 or 1:07. That's when the #1 song came on. Well, my husband, you know, the crazy guy in the videos, he was just driving around and was listening to a replay. I guess one radio station was doing a whole countdown of the year 1984, and Foreigner's I Want to Know What Love Is was #4 of 1984. Perfect. And they released the album for. How good is that? So the balls are done, and I already have a plate full of balls. So this is from one tray. They get crusties around the side, so I've got crusty balls right now. And what I have to do is really just cut the crusties off the balls. As disgusting as that sounds, it is what it is. So I kind of just do this, and then I have a nice clean ball. Hi Mittens, there's my cat. Hi, but I can't pick you up because then I will have cat hair in my balls. And like I said earlier, my hair is up, so we wouldn't have hairy balls. So I'm not gonna pick up the cat. I wonder if Lou bakes his balls first, or they just kind of put the balls in the sauce. A lot of people, you know, my mother did not bake her balls. She just didn't. She just made them and threw them in the sauce. I find baking the balls first, it just makes them nice and crispy, and it gives them a nice flavor. That's me. Maybe you don't bake your balls. Maybe you just throw your balls in naked. I don't know. But to each his own. No, you can't eat that. Meatballs are not good for cats. I don't think so anyway. Here are my balls. Look at them. They look so good and perfect. I mean, they're not perfect. No ball is perfect. I'm going to touch one. I'm touching a ball. Woo! Look at that. It's not perfectly shaped. I'm gonna try it. Oh my God. I'm telling you. I know I made them. I get it. But I make good balls. I just do. I'm gonna put the balls in the sauce. I wonder if Lou's eating right now. Do you think Lou Gramm is eating right now? Do you think he has Italian food on a Sunday? I think he does. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with he probably does. Maybe we should do like, what does Lou Gramm eat on a Sunday? That would be fun. But this is something to think about that he might do. It's a lot in here, it's full. So what I might do is reserve some balls. Have my big spoon, and I'm going to mix this all up to make sure all balls are immersed in sauce. And with the flavor of the sausage and the pepperoni and this just sitting on the stove top for a few hours, it's gonna be good. There's no way this will not be good. Oh my goodness, look what I did. I left a stem on the basil. Bad me, my bad. This looks really good. So I'm gonna leave it just like this. I'm not adding any more. Oh, yeah, that looks so freaking good. This is going back on the stove. Now I'm gonna pump it up. I only have it on 3 right now. I'm gonna put it up to like 4.5, between 4.5 and medium. If it starts to boil, I literally have to turn it down because you don't want it to boil, because everything will burn and it'll stick to the bottom of the pan, and that's just not good. So we're gonna let that sit for, let's see, it's All right, so my clock behind me, it says 12:45. It's really 12:25. Now, we pushed the clocks back last night, fall back, spring ahead. That's the only way I remember. And my clock is actually 20 minutes fast. Why? Because I don't want to be late for anything, so I set my clock ahead. But you say, why is your clock ahead? If you already know it's 20 minutes fast, then you're already going to make yourself be 20 minutes later. No, it's just the whole mental thing of knowing that it's 20 minutes fast. I don't think that it's 20 minutes fast. I just, oh my God, I gotta go. And that's why I do that. So is what it is. It's not really 12:45, it's 12:25. So that's gonna stay. I'm gonna go work on my interview that I have tomorrow. Again, I can't say who it is just yet, but you will know later on this week. I'm pretty excited, pretty stoked. So once the balls are done, I'll be back. So a lot of time has gone by here. It is now 3:30, but really 3:10. We already talked about the 20-minute thing. It was way too early to have a glass of wine before. You can't do that at 10:30. Well, you can. I mean, if you really want to, but I personally choose not to do it. So there's this awesome wine. Again, this is not a sponsored video, but Great White. We have Newport Vineyards here in Rhode Island. I like that wine. That's actually the only white wine that I can drink. So salute, as they say in Italy. Do they? Yeah. So that's great. So it's 3:20 in the afternoon. I can have a sip. Meatballs and sausage almost done. So I have my water. I'm gonna turn the right burner on to actually get the pasta cooking now. Hi Kitty, my cat is back. Yes, this is Mittens, you cannot see her. I use Barilla. I have used generic store brand pasta, but this to me is the best one because it doesn't stick after you cook it. Now, another trick that my mom had taught me many, many years ago is to add oil to your water when you're cooking pasta. Now, I know a lot of people already know that, but it's a thing and it does help it to not stick. I use olive oil, and for regular cooking, I use canola. So we will wait for that to boil and go the next step. So the water for the pasta is almost to a boil. What I did was I cut up an entire loaf of Italian bread, because who doesn't love Italian bread with their pasta? Hello. Butter. Now, what I like to do with my butter is I like to take it out ahead of time, maybe like a half an hour to 45 minutes out of the fridge so it's nice and soft when you cut it and you can spread it on the bread really nicely. I love that. My mother used to get so mad. You're gonna get sick, you're gonna get E. coli or something like that. I do it. I take it out of the fridge. And while I'm cooking, I do like to eat cheese. I have said to you guys many, many times, I love cheese and my arteries probably are non-existent at this point, but when my husband cuts the cheese, this is how he cuts it. Me, I just like to make it neat and even. So when I cut the cheese, this is what I do. I will cut the slices off that he jaggedly cut, and then I make it like that. Well, that's not really it. That's on a slant, which bugs the heck out of me. I'll eat that. Oh my God, so good. I'm gonna get it in my mouth and I know it's already gonna be good. So it's just like evener. I just don't like it all crazy like that. And I will have some wine because why not? And for the pasta and the sausage and pepperoni, I got out my big bowl. This has, I don't know, what are they, sunflowers inside the bowl. So it's pretty and festive for a Sunday. It is so cold here in New England, in Rhode Island. I woke up this morning, my lips were completely peeling and chapped and disgusting. So I have a layer of Vaseline and lip gloss on top of it because that's just the way it is. Because then you start biting at it and then it bleeds. It's a mess. So welcome winter. It's gonna be a bad one, but hey, at least we can record videos and eat meatballs. The water is literally almost to a boil, and I wait till it gets really boiling before I pop the pasta in, which is gonna happen in just about a second. So I'll just eat another piece of cheese. Cabot seriously sharp cheddar cheese. Oh my God. That's how my husband opens the packet. Like it's crazy. I open it neatly. He does not. It's like a flannel shirt. It's ready, girl. Pop those guys in there. They are popped. They are pasta popped. Pasta pops. That's a good idea. Who hasn't popped on that yet? Pasta pops. I don't know. How would you make pasta pops? I don't know, but I'm gonna have another piece of cheese. And then you gotta move it around so it doesn't stick together, even though the oil should make it not stick together. Because Lou Gramm is all about texture. Lou Gramm is all about being at the top. Lou Gramm is all about making everything the best. What is that noise down there? What are you doing? Something fell. Don't worry about it. It's probably something of mine. It's broken now. Whatever. It's okay. It's fine. So turning the pasta, just moving it around, swirling the pasta, it just makes it better. You have to pay attention to the pasta. Just like, you know, if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a wife, you have to pay attention to that. If you don't pay attention to your husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, you're screwed. So that's the same with pasta. You gotta pay attention to it while it's boiling. You have to. So what do you guys do if the weather starts to get cold in your area? Do you like to just sit inside and cook and maybe watch Netflix or YouTube originals, or what do you do on days like this? You know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna have another piece of cheese. I like cheese. I like cheese. I call it sauce. A lot of people in these parts call it gravy. My mother used to call it gravy. I call it sauce. It's just, I can't help, it's just what I call it. Getting ready. Oh, it's limp. The pasta is limp. Put it on top of the other bread so that the butter will melt it quicker. And then I butter it up. Just like you have to do to people sometimes. You butter them up. Hi, me. That's Chris. You need a fork? Okay. What are you using it for? What kind of food? I'm making food. Why is this a thing? Why is it I make food and you still feel that you need to eat? Why? I've been cooking for like 5 hours. What is that? Did you just buy takeout? You didn't. What is that?
I thought that was from last night.
And you're eating that now when you know this is almost. Wow. That's hurtful.
How was it hurtful? I'm still gonna eat dinner.
I'm hurting at this moment. So I put a little bit of sauce on there, just a tad. Let's see if this is done. Perfect. So we're going to drain the pasta. My mom called a colander the scolabas. Do you remember that name if you're Italian? Scolabas. I say colander. So here's the pasta. It's all done, all drained. I just kind of like to do that a little bit, just to make sure it's not sticky, and it's not sticky at all. Now, turn this off. I'm turning the correct burner off, just to let you know. I'm going to pop the meatballs around the edges. Now, it is not completely pretty, but it looks really good. You can see the steam coming off. So I just made this. Lou, I hope it came out good. I think it did. So this is a celebratory meal for Lou Gramm because he is feeling so much better. We're so happy that you're feeling better, Lou, honestly. Going to move this aside. And would you like some pasta with that cheese? This is just the way it is, kids. Yeah, it is. And you can totally tell this is not all Kraft cheese because it's coming out like summer shreds. So again, this is for you, Lou Gramm. So glad you're feeling better. This has taken me hours to put this meal together for you today. And not that you're here to enjoy it, but we're all enjoying it for you. Here it is. Let's go. So good. Really, so good. So everything is almost cleaned up. This has literally taken me all day to do this video for spaghetti and meatballs for Lou Gramm. So I hope you enjoyed, but you know, I do a pastry tribute to Steve Perry every single week, and I think, gosh dang it, Lou Gramm deserves a pastry tribute too. So I will tell you that my husband Al picked this up. I have no idea what is in here, so let's go ahead and open up our treat, our pastry tribute to Lou Gramm from Borelli's Bakery. Now it feels a little light. I normally get big, fat, heavy things, but we will see what the crazy guy has gotten us today. Oh, that looks so heavenly. Oh. It's a cannoli. It is a cannoli. Now hold on, all right? I can't just eat that cannoli. Now I do have to let you know, I do have the remainder of the spaghetti, meatballs, sausage. That is all cooling off so we can go into the refrigerator. You never want to take stuff out and put it into the refrigerator when it's hot. Why? I don't know. My mom told me that. So I have to go according to what she said. Now, I'm probably a mess. And again, it's almost nighttime. So this has been a long day, but let me go ahead and dig into this cannoli. I'm gonna take the paper off. You know, you don't wanna eat paper. Now this is like a chocolate, oh my goodness. Oh yeah, this is a chocolate covered cannoli. I broke it apart, look at that, and let's take a bite This is for you, Lou. So glad you're happy. Can you believe, guys, that Foreigner is one of the best-selling bands of all time? Not just like of the 80s or the 70s, of all time. So this is for you, Lou. Oh my God, oh my, Lou Gramm, you must have one of these cannolis. I can't, it's unreal. The mixture of the powdered sugar and the chocolate and the shell that is wrapped around, this is sick. Look at that. That's good. That's a good cannoli right there. We are so, so happy that Lou Gramm is feeling better. We are so happy that everything is going well for him. And we are so happy to be your biggest fans. And Lou Gramm, we totally appreciate you. We appreciate your music. We love you so, so much. And again, so glad you've gotten well, and we love you so much. Everyone, thank you so much. Have a great day, a great night, a great weekend, a great everything. And as always, remember, what is most important, gosh dang it, darn it, to keep rocking.
I love you, Lou. I'm praying for God to heal your body. I've been a fan since the 70s. Gloria Coontz from Charleston, West Virginia.
Hi, Lou. This is Diane from Maine, and I just wanted to send you my very best get well wishes. God bless you. You're in my prayers.
Hey, Lou. It's William Lars from Chatham, Ontario, Canada. Get well soon, my friend. Take care.
Hi, Lou. This is Lindy from St. Pete, Florida. Thank you so much for all the wonderful years of music, and I pray that you get well very soon. So thanks again for all of this. Get well soon, Lou.